Hello, football fans. Welcome to the episode none of us want to be here for. It's the Super Bowl episode. Um, Doing a Super Bowl that we all watched 4 years ago. I'm Chris Billings, joined by Tony Parlay, Reyes, Nicholas J. Kerr. Final episode of the season. Usually you're supposed to get more excited as things roll along, but this is one where I think we're all just disappointed. Me personally, don't want to watch Kansas City again. Don't necessarily want to see the Niners in the Super Bowl again. Tony, he probably thought his team was going to be here. Not even close. Nick, he thought his team would do a lot better than they would do.
Yep.
So it's just a mountain of sadness. That's what this episode's titled.
Yeah, I mean, this season's basically been like one of those movies that it builds up, and then you can't wait for it to end. That's how this season's felt. Because it just feels like the Chiefs are just due for another Super Bowl. Taylor Swift fans, most of them still don't even understand football. Are going to get to watch their team win a Super Bowl. I still haven't. It just...
That actually would be pretty sad if fans that just started watching football this year, they're like, oh yeah, my team got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck.
That's just what it feels like. So I don't know. I'm just not really excited for this game, but I'll still have it on. Still have people over.
Tony, what's your excitement meter at?
I don't know, like a 6, 7, maybe. Because it's like, dude, we got hosed, man. We got hosed like the whole regular season. The Chiefs just were like, oh yeah, we're vulnerable. Lose that first game of the season to Detroit. Look vulnerable the whole season, and just like doing the little okey doke. And then the playoffs come, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're the Super Bowl champion Chiefs, and we're gonna look like the best team that you've ever seen. And we're going to look like a completely different team than you saw for 18 fucking weeks. So I'm just like, oh, wow, okay. So it's like, God dang it, man. It's like so frustrating. Like, I see what you're saying, Billings. I understand the Chiefs fatigue, but my God, Jesus, man.
I think there was a reason why people were so big on, like, whether it was the Lions or the Ravens, potentially the Packers as well. Like, the people just wanted to see something different, I feel like, and somebody else have a turn. And we definitely did not get that this season.
I think at this point I'm more excited for the Daytona 500 the following week than I am for the actual Super Bowl.
All the events around Masters, Daytona 500, all these other events. Wow.
I honestly this Super Bowl will probably be it would be more of a chill Super Bowl for me, I guess. Like, I'll just be able to just eat and drink and watch some commercials and do kind of all the peripheral stuff that usually a lot of people are more interested in than the game. So I guess what I'm saying is I'll be a casual for this game because I
okay. As much as we all will wallow in this, let's try and let's flip it. Say we're all wrong and the Niners win this game and Brock Purdy wins.
I still wouldn't necessarily be excited about that.
I mean, to me, it wouldn't be surprising because I really do think that San Francisco's the better team. At least throughout the season, they showed they were.
Would that change things? Would that get rid of some of the Chiefs fatigue and all that if the Niners won and Brock Purdy is like a Super Bowl champion quarterback?
I mean, I don't really think so because everyone's down on the Chiefs all year and they still made it back here. If they end up losing this game, it's really not going to matter because they'll still be back in the playoffs next year and they'll still probably do the same thing, win a couple games in the playoffs, maybe make it back to the Super Bowl. So I think with this Chiefs team, they can't really do any wrong.
Billings?
I don't think it would necessarily do anything to tarnish Patrick Mahomes' legacy because people would just expect oh, he's going to be back there again. It's kind of like with those couple of losses that Brady had. People almost treat them as oh, they're more of a whoopsie daisy than anything.
Yep.
if the Chiefs lose, like, aren't they gonna come back and be even better? Like, that's what I would worry about. And my fear is, like, if they lose, they're gonna like stack that roster like the 07 Patriots did. And then next year, we're just gonna be like victims to even more Chiefs nonsense. Because it'll be like, oh, let's just make up for it. Like when they lost that Super Bowl to Brady. And they were just like, okay, we'll fix the offensive line. Bam, we're back there already. Like, wouldn't that be scarier?
I'd say that's hugely contingent on if Travis Kelce decides to retire or not. You would think that he would probably roll it back 1 year if he doesn't win this one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with
Shit,
that.
man. I hate this Chiefs team, man. Travis Kelce looked like complete garbage all season. And then these last two games looks like Shannon Sharp or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. Prime Travis Kelce is back, not dropping any passes, open all over the place. I thought he was retiring, man. He looked washed this season. I was like, dude, this guy isn't even better than Mark Andrews. Like, he's just like another tight end. And then just like the Chiefs team, playoff start, he's just open all over the field in Buffalo, just open all over the field in Baltimore, and just, what the fuck is this team, man? What the hell, Billings? What the hell, man?
And I don't know, like, it's if the Niners win it, it'll basically be like they'll crown Kyle Shanahan as like the best coach in the league especially now that Bill Belichick's gone. Christian McCaffrey will be, probably one of the best weapons in the league. Brock Purdy undoubtedly will be in the like I'm going to Disneyland commercial if that happens. And then what do you do if you're the 49ers, like with Brock Purdy? Like, they would probably have to pay him.
Yeah.
Would it change your opinion of Brock Purdy if they won this game?
Depends how they win it.
Yeah.
Go on,
If it's
Nick.
all defense and Christian McCaffrey running the ball, and Brock Purdy has a few interceptions and doesn't really do much on offense, it could. But if he comes out and throws 4 touchdowns and maybe only one of them's to McCaffrey, then yeah, I think he would be put up there, in my opinion, as one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
So see,
Billings just
nothing
laughs.
good can come from this game.
Like, I feel like this game is like a referendum on Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and their whole quarterback experiment. And if they come out and they get the same results they got with Jimmy G, it's going to be like, it's over, guys. You're not going to get to another Super Bowl. The rest of the NFC is going to figure something out. Like, you wasted your window. Like, you did not upgrade from Jimmy G enough. Like, yes, Brock Purdy is a faster Jimmy G, and he makes an occasional thrower here too, but I mean, that's why Billings laughed when you said he would be a top 5 quarterback, even if he won this Super Bowl. Like, we would all feel like, yeah, he kind of game managed, and like, he's not even like one of the 5 best players on his own team. So I'm like, that's why I'm just like, I can't like fathom a reality in which this Niners team wins and Brock Purdy is like the quarterback, and the Niners have the formula and the playbook that all these teams are going to copy, and we're all going to look for the next Brock Purdy in the draft. And I'm like, Jesus, man,
expand upon that would just break the league, Nick. That just break the because you couldn't do it with Lamar Jackson, like you couldn't do it with Josh Allen. Like, think of like what the Broncos have done, like in going out and getting like Russell Wilson and fucking Sean Payton and all this, and like all these other teams, what they've done to combat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And then after it's all said and done, Brock Purdy gets it done for you. Like, I think so many GMs would have like egg on their face. Coaches would have egg on their face. People would just have to. They would have to reevaluate how the emphasis on the quarterback position.
Is this our Eli Manning moment?
They also had, it's not like every single one of their picks has been like that at quarterback, because they took Trey Lance at 3 and they had to sacrifice him to get lucky to have Mr. Irrelevant. So I think I'm not saying to the same degree, Please remember that as my next statement comes out. It's just Brock Purdy was one of those Tom Brady type picks that ended up going well in the bottom of the draft. Not saying he's the caliber of Tom Brady, but it's just one of those things that ends up working out.
I don't know, man. That's what I was saying. Like, is he this generation's Eli Manning? Is he going to beat like Patrick Mahomes a couple times and we're going to be like, okay, I guess he's a Super Bowl champion quarterback, but it seems pretty replaceable and it doesn't seem like he's the engine. But I don't know, man. Brock Purdy, like, it drives people wild because I think the thing that is the most confusing is he gets compared to these elite quarterbacks and these quarterbacks that you've seen play for 5+ years and stuff. And you're like, whoa, let's pump the brakes here because you're just like in the ideal situation in the NFL. I can't really picture a much better situation than the San Francisco 49ers have built. And I mean, I don't know. Personally, if Brock Purdy broke his ankle and Sam Darnold came in the second quarter, I'd be like, I don't think this game is going to change that much. Like, I don't really think this game is going to change that much. I don't think the play calls will change that much at all. I think they're going to run the same exact offense. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Part of this goes back to last year when people were like, well, had the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl, like they would have reached out to Phillip Rivers. And there's a lot of people that have been like, oh, well, like they would have been competitive, I think, with Phillip Rivers. And so that part of that comes into this whole like Brock Purdy mythology and whatnot of just like, for so many different reasons, he seems replaceable.
I don't know. And I watched some incredible nonsensical comeback throws against the Lions and the Packers in back-to-back weeks. Probably should have lost both of those games if we're being honest, but defenders drop his interceptions. I have no idea why, and then he just somehow makes a layered throw on a third down, or he makes a scramble in a timely way. Like, it's like watching him. It's like the full experience where you're like, if you're a hater, you're like, look how lucky that was. And if you're a supporter, you're like, look at how clutch he is. Look at how clutch he is. And you're like, what is happening here? It's like the ultimate QB litmus test. Whenever you watch these Niners games with Brock Purdy, it's like, it drives me mad. I'm just like, it makes no sense because it like everything that you know and think does not get rewarded. The other stupid crap gets rewarded where he plays badly out of structure and he holds on to the ball too long and a player tips a pass. That touchdown that Brandon Ayuk almost had, that only happens to Brock Purdy. That happens to no other quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, come on, like this guy's luck rating is insane. He's like Brady with this Patriots luck at this point. Like, I can't even explain it because it's like, I don't know, man. And like we were talking about offline, this whole like rigged discussion with like the Chiefs, and like I would love to believe this conversation. I would love to. Get me that tin hat and that conspiracy theory. Billings knows, man. I stir that up. I drank that Tim Donaghy Kool-Aid. I'm all about the conspiracy theories and all that, but Patrick Mahomes has been like the best quarterback in football since he started playing football. Like literally since his like first game, he's been like the best quarterback in football. So I'm like, maybe if they didn't have him, I could buy into this like rigged argument with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. But I'm like, Taylor Swift wasn't part of the picture for the other Super Bowls and like all this other shit. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, God damn it, man. I hate it. I don't like it either. I don't know.
All right. Moving forward to the actual game, gentlemen. Hey, you know what? Silver lining here. I'm actually going to let you guys talk about some betting right now. So let's dive into it. Some Super Bowl props and whatnot. We'll start out with some of just the prop bets here. Those are some of my favorite. National anthem length. Tony, can you tell us any insider information on this national anthem length? What are the sports books putting out there? Tell me.
I can't really because it's Reba McEntire that's singing the national anthem, and
It's gonna go
he's
long.
not like. I'm wrong. It's not her. I'm pretty sure I thought it was.
No. That makes
No,
sense.
it's gonna go long.
Yeah.
If it's Reba McEntire, the song is going to go long. Bet the over.
You may be right. I don't really like recall any Reba McEntire like songs in recent memory or anything, so I've got like nothing to go off of. I don't ever remember her singing the national anthem before, so not a lot of research on that. But I was very surprised that the choice of who was singing the national anthem. So I'm like, I guess maybe go with the over, like Billings is saying, man. What do you think, Nick?
Probably. I agree with him. Go with the over on that one.
Do you know anything about Reba?
No.
Don't hold back on us.
No.
I guess I'm the only one because I had older sisters in the 90s, and so I got my fair share of.
I mean, I'm sure I've heard plenty, but
Reba.
Yeah.
All right. Here's like this. I feel like should be an easy one. What color is the Gatorade gonna be in this game?
Red. That'd be nice and easy.
Red.
Two red
orange?
teams.
True.
No one's gonna have orange. No, Tony.
Okay, orange is denied. What
Let's
about
get
clear?
Maybe some blue.
some of that. What is it called? Like ice cherry or something?
That's what you want. That's what ice cherry. There you go. There's your
frosted cherry.
I'm going with the original fruit punch.
fruit punch. There you go. Give me that ice cherry plus 5,000.
All right. If you're going to set the over/under on Taylor Swift appearances, what would that number be, Tony?
45.
45?
Like how many times they show her on camera?
Yes. 45?
45, bro.
45?
45.
Dang, Tony. I threw that number out there when we were talking about before, just playing around. All right.
Dude, think how long that game is.
Yeah,
think how many commercial breaks there are gonna be. Think of the halftime. Think of like pregame.
I'm gonna go.
There's gonna be a lot of Taylor Swift showing.
Over under 23.5. I'll go
Okay.
over. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
Maybe I'm the one that's wrong here. The initial number I had in my head before anyone said anything was 5. 5 appearances.
Bro, you're gonna be done in the first quarter. You're gonna be.
Oh my
done.
It'll be
Lord.
5 appearances before the game even starts.
Yeah, dude.
I was no. We can't be counting any like pre-game shows or something. Like we're talking like the game proper.
Okay, well the game normally starts at like 6:23 or something like that. From 6 o'clock on, I guarantee there'll be at least 5 between that 6 o'clock and when the game starts.
Dear Lord.
So I'll take your over under on that.
I mean,
Yeah.
she was shown this many times at the Grammys, and she won a Grammy.
Like, I figure Travis Kelce's probably gonna get like maybe 10 or a dozen catches, and she's
Every
gonna
time.
get shown every single time. So that's at
Every
least
single
10 or
time.
12 shots that are gonna go to the box for those catches, especially if he catches a touchdown. I don't know, man. And then they're gonna show her reaction to the national anthem. Any other performing usher, they're gonna show her reactions. Guaranteed, man.
When she comes out at halftime and ends up performing over Usher, that's another time. So
Well,
Dear Lord.
anytime Patrick Mahomes does something good and his wife celebrates, who's she celebrating with?
So maybe I'll use my 5 for how many times will Patrick Mahomes' wife be shown? All right, last one, coin toss. What are you going with, Nick?
I'm gonna go with tails.
Tony?
Same. I'll go with tails.
Lonely Island, heads. All right, so we're gonna jump around a little bit here, gentlemen. We were gonna talk about Super Bowl MVP, but we'll actually do that when we give our picks for the games rather than give a score for the game. Give who our Super Bowl MVP is gonna go to. So, before we get to that, anyone going to any Super Bowl parties, doing anything interesting for this game, Tony?
No, just probably hang out with the family. Brother-in-law is from Michigan, so he was rooting for the Lions, and suddenly he cares about football and was upset when they lost to the Niners, so doesn't really want to watch this Super Bowl, not too interested because the Lions aren't in it.
See, it's not just us. Not just us. Nick?
Yeah, nothing too much. We'll probably have some friends over, probably barbecue, watch the game, drink some beers. Nothing too extravagant though.
Yep.
What about you?
I'm not showing my face to the world with the Chiefs potentially winning another championship. That would make that their third championship, tied with the Broncos in terms of championships won. Do not want to show my face to the world. So no parties for me. I'll be watching in a lonely corner somewhere. Hope the commercials are good though. Real quick on that, what's up with showing Super Bowl commercials before the Super Bowl? Why are we doing this now?
Yeah,
Nick?
no idea. I was used to them after the Super Bowl being able to replay in case you missed a Super Bowl commercial, but I don't like how they're coming out beforehand. It's almost like Black Friday starting on like Monday now.
It was very weird midweek to talk about that Paramount Plus commercial, which is going to air on the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
even though it's already aired. And yeah, everybody's talking about Hey Arnold, Tua, Patrick Stewart, and so I think a lot of people got their energy already out there on the internet for the a week before the Super Bowl is occurring.
I know. I've also seen another one, a Mick Ultra with Messi and Dan Marino already. Like,
That's
why
true,
wouldn't they just
yes.
save these until? Like, why are they putting it out before? And I agree with you.
Greedy marketing companies. What can I say? All right. Let's get into it. It's game time. We have the San Francisco 49ers against the Kansas City Chiefs in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it would happen to be. Super Bowl 58? Yeah, 58?
Yeah.
Yes, this. Hey, the numbers for people Googling how to read Roman numerals. Spike this week. San Francisco favored by 2 points. I'll actually start out with myself on this one. Like, come on. I said this last week. Or last episode. It's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. We know what's ultimately going to happen. The one thing that I can't have happen, I absolutely can't have happen, is I swear to God, if Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift after winning this game and potentially getting Super Bowl MVP himself, you will never hear from Chris Billings ever again. Whether that means I die, I run off into the woods, don't know. I'm not going to leave you a letter, nothing. But you'll know. I'm gone. So, but yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs. Even though San Francisco, they somehow think they're the underdog in this game, despite being favored in every game they played in this season. It's Chiefs' destiny game. In terms of who do I think will be the MVP for this game, I'm going to say Travis Kelce, most likely, and that he is going to retire after this game. So, Nick, Niners or Chiefs?
I am 100% with you. I do really feel like San Francisco is the better team. I think they have complements of on offense and defense. They're very good at both. I mean, the Chiefs are too, but I guess their offenses came around as the season has gone on, while their defense has played well all year. But I still do think San Francisco is the better team, but I'm with you. I think it's just inevitable that the Chiefs are going to win this game. Travis Kelce is going to be MVP, and this is going to be the last we see of Chris because he's going to propose right there on the field.
Oh, no. Who are you guys going to replace me with?
Well, it'll just be more betting buds.
All right, Tony. Are you on a lonely island, or are we doing a family play here?
I wish I could be on a lonely island, man. This is a family play. I can't even figure out a way in which the Niners beat the Chiefs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes hasn't even turned the ball over once in the playoffs. He pretty much is just... I think that he's going to figure out a way to beat that Niners team, and I just can't have 30 bad GMs trying to find another Brock Purdy in the draft. Like, quarterback play was rough enough as it is this season with all the injuries, and makes sense. And I'm with you, man. I'm with you. And listen to me, football gods. Travis Kelce, you win MVP. You proposed it to Taylor Swift. That's cool, but you have to retire. This is over. We're not doing this shit again. You got this year, and that's it. You try and bring that shit around next year, it's going to be a revolt. We are going to hate all the Chiefs. We are not going to watch those games. Fuck the Chiefs. This is it. This is your crowning moment. We'll let you have this shit, but you got to retire. You got to walk away. You got to do all this shit. I'm done with you, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. This relationship is over as long as this Super Bowl season ends the same time, okay? We ain't bringing this shit back next year. This is a one-year thing, okay? Your grace period is over. Congratulations. Enjoy your nuptials and your happy life and happily ever after and your Super Bowl MVP and Brady Gronk 2.0. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Get him out of the league, Billings. And I'm sorry, but the Chiefs dynasty is here. But yes, that's the only way I accept it. You're out of here, Travis Kelce. You got to retire. Cannot be bringing Taylor Swift back for Super Bowl or for any games next season. No, no, no. She ain't showing up to no more Chiefs games. This is it.
You guys, I didn't think this episode would make me any sadder, but here we are. Yeah, Kelsey brothers, just go focus on your podcast.
Yep.
Leave us alone. That's family play. Cue Vin Diesel. Last time for the season. All right, that's it. Another season in the books. We'll be back for the NFL draft in terms of the football show. And then, yeah, appreciate everybody that's joined along the way. Thank you for joining us throughout the season, all the new folks. Final thoughts, Tony, for this season. What do you got?
I underestimated Patrick Mahomes. Man. That's my takeaway. Patrick Mahomes, you're that guy. I'm sorry.
All right, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, we underestimated him. I was happy that Tua's healthy this entire year. I mean, I wish I would have just prayed for a little more health for the rest of the team.
A final thought is, it looks like I'm in search for a QB for my team again. So here we go again. But basketball season starts. Football season is it was relatively fun because I had you two hooligans along the way. But yeah. All right. That's it. That's been the football show for the 2023-24 season of the NFL. Like I said, we'll be back for NFL draft. Beyond that, we'll see y'all next season. Enjoy the Super Bowl, folks.
Thanks for watching the Sports Buds. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.